How you doing, little buddy? You having fun? My little buddy. Coming to you live from the communist country of Canada in the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. You know, the media is being used to control the world and the narrative. There's a certain population out there that watch the media and believe that it is real. It is not. We watch the Artemis or Apollo, the husband of Artemis, and these lunar landings. Hi, Chris. Hi, K-Man. Thank you for your kind comments. We see this theater of war taking place, and we wonder, is anybody listening? Is anybody watching? Am I the only one awake in the world? Millions, if not billions of us are awake and know what's coming. The ones who know walk in peace and love and realize we're witnessing the removal of the veil. Blessings. Blessings to you. Hello, First Nations. Good to see you. I watch many decoders. The latest attempt of assassination with Trump and the decoding of that, it's all theater of war. It's race baiting, hate baiting, gaslighting. We watch how I just was inspired by them hanging Saddam Hussein. And the thing about that is the innocent are hung and called traitors. They're called criminals. They're called terrorists. But the true terrorists are the tares, the goats that walk amongst us, these Freemason Jesuits, these Council of Foreign Relations, Bilderberg Group, International Monetary Fund, the Dutch royal family, the Saudi royal family, the British royal family. Our heroes are zeros, most certainly. And the greatest illusion of all is that everything is upside down and they are the enemies. And they're wearing suits and ties, Vanguard and BlackRock and Wayfair, and the Elon Musks and Donald Trumps of the world, the wealthy, the hideous patriarchs of these Zionists, these ones who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. I speak boldly and clear and precise, facing death, persecution, imprisonment. Soon in Canada, they will come for us. They will arrest us. They will put us in jail for telling the truth. We're all waiting for the one straw that breaks the camel's back event. There will be one event, one martyr, one person. It will just take one person that will inspire the entire world to stand up and say no more. No more experimenting on our children. No more feeding us poison and poisoning our skies and our lakes and our rivers. This peaceful revolution is when everybody stands up and say, take your food, which is poison. Take your media, which is lies. Take your wealth and your commonwealth and your Black's law, law of the slaves, and your maritime admiralty law, and your Noahide law, all man-made, and go to hell, go to Sheol, go to the bottomless pit where you belong. This flesh, this world we live in, this reality is stranger than anything we could ever imagine. When you fully wake up, you realize that you're ready to die. You're ready to give it all up You're willing. Death has no sting. We are blessed. Yes. Trust in God. Yes. We know, as I watched them hang innocent people, KKK 11/11/11/33, when we watched the race baiting and the hate baiting in 1776, and we ask ourselves, are we in Satan's little season? We are in the season of absolute perdition and sedition. When asked, when we study the eschatology side of this, we realize, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end times. There will be Hamas, terror. They will seek to change the times and the seasons. Check. Terror. Check. One world government. Check. One world religion. Islam. Noahide law. Check. One world currency. Copyright number 060606. The mark of the beast. Check. Every single barcode. There's a 6 at the end, 6 in the middle, and a 6 at the end. Now the QR code, same thing. Your Fibonacci math, your fractal math, your fingerprint, your DNA. You're the temple of Yahuwah. And he had sent the Comforter, the Ruach HaKodesh, and he dwells within you. You are the last temple. And woe unto those who defile their temple, they shall surely die. The great division has started. As I'm witnessing this world spin out of control, I realize that many believe. It's not just belief, it's understanding. Many will fall to your left and many will fall to your right. It's difficult to watch these things. It's excruciating, actually. But we know what's coming. And we're going to try to do our best to save as many as possible. Wake as many people up as possible. We are the light of the world. We are the change in the world. We are the media now. They could have all the CGI and billions of dollars of resources, but your heart and your spirit know something's not right. Soon AI will get so intense that there will be nothing left of our reality. We will literally be in the Matrix just like the movie. Very embarrassing about Epstein, yeah. Yeah. Yeshua HaMashiach was not the Adonai Elohim. He was his son, his only begotten son. Emmanuel, the Word made flesh. He said, I come to fulfill the law, not to bring a new law. The new law is the Noahide law, is a Talmudic Zionist 600 and something mitzvot. It's man-made laws, the Maritime Admiralty law, Black's law. You need a marriage license, a driver's license, a fishing license, a hunting license. Where is your papers? Where is your papers? We are in the Babylonian end times, and this will come to an end. All flesh shall be corrupted if time was not cut short. I would do a video on Morgellons or Morgellons. I would do a video and you could see that it's in your tampons, it's in your diapers, it's in the toilet paper, it's in the swab that they gave everybody during the planned demic. The digital ID, your medical ID, and soon driver's license, and you can't get insurance and registration without it. My house, a simple geodesic dome home that once cost me $1,000 a year, they want $20,000 a year to insure this house. They're going to starve you out. They're going to make it impossible for you to travel, to go to and from work. We are facing a famine that is coming. It's not the first great reset. It most certainly will be the last. Woe unto those who hurt these little children. They're vampires. They're sadistic child murdering, trafficking, slave driving, tire kicking, belly button washing monsters. You could see it in their movies, in their cinema, in their late night talk show humor. They love their pizza, their adrenochrome, their white rabbit, their A113 a molecule. They are the incarnation of the fallen. They are most certainly evil, and they will not stop. And they had made an oath, a covenant of death. They regurgitate their crisis actors, their Zionist Mossad actors. So this last guy who shot during the event with Trump there, he turns out to be a Mossad agent as well. Just like the other guy who got shot on the rooftop happens to have connections to BlackRock. And the other assassination at Mar-a-Lago happens to be connected to BlackRock as well. And the Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk episode and him also connected with Mossad. The Star of Rephaim is not the Star of David. And these people have been controlling the narrative since Shakespearean, or shall I say, even farther back, Roman theater. We're under Roman law and Noahide law already. But they got to just kind of tidy up these loose ends. That's us. The carbon they want to curtail, it's us. I did a decode many years ago about the silica, the monsters made of silica, like the little gray alien, Elam, the deity that Aleister Crowley, AC, Anderson Cooper, and Antichrist, AC. The crop circles show one from the spaceship Voyager, which is a joke. There is no space. How they left crop circles showing their beings made of silica, and we are made of carbon. The carbon footprint they want to reduce is us. The carbon molecule, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Let he who have understanding recognize the number of beast. ZC stigmata. It is a number of man. Carbon, 666. We are witnessing the end. We're going to be starved out if we do not accept, as United Nations suggested, that pedophilia is a sexual orientation and not a vile contempt and blasphemous activity harming little children. The Epstein files is coming out, and they're showing you everything that they've been doing, including devouring them, removing their teeth so they will not bite, starving them so they are hungry. The monster under your bed is very real. And I push no fear or hatred towards these entities, just to show you the truth. 666 days from Clade X exercise, the World Health Organization announced a pandemic. All of the gematria decoders out there, whether it's Joseph Aquaviva 222, Gematria Effect News 24, The Illusion with Adam in Mexico, or Jurassic Liars, Gematria Decodes, all of your reality is scripted. Birth date, death date, longitude, latitudes, zip codes, the pronunciation and the spelling of your name. They turn everything backwards and invert it. So Oprah, her company's called Harpo, OTAN, or NATO. When they say Pride Month, well, why not Pride Week? Well, because Pride Month in the middle of PRI, demon, TH. You see, they put words in words. That's their spelling, spell casting. Wood of holly, Hollywood, the spellcaster's wand. Tell a lie to my vision. Broadcasting a spell when the CIA, NSA, FBI, Mossad, or Homeland Security, or CSIS tell you it's our craft. Witchcraft. You see, their language is telling you what they are doing. Kofafe. A new world order. Build back better. With their hand signals constantly telling you what they're doing. With their symbolism telling you what they are doing. They like to tell you who they are affiliated with and what they do. And I'm sorry, I just went to a business locally and found a Freemason, how do I put this, fundraiser with the Shriners and the Freemasons raising money for good deeds to help humanity because they're a noble and just cause group of odd fellows who love to help people. Den of vipers. They were a liar from the beginning. They're the children of the devil who has been a liar and a murderer from the beginning. That's what they do. They lie and they murder. They manipulate and they deceive. They are not of the light. The light they do not comprehend. They literally do not comprehend love. It is the weapon of choice. We got to go boldly into darkness and shine our light bright and act out of kindness and love and truth and honesty and just tell it like it is. You got to go up to your politician and say, excuse me, you're money laundering. Canada wants their own space station and launch pad now. Isn't that cool? We get to money launder like America. And we get to have our own NASA and a whole bunch of fake theater CGI stuff. Isn't that awesome? Nothing new under the sun. Mark Carney and Justin Trudeau and Pierre Poilievre and Stephen Harper and all of the other monsters that were in power since Canada's inception have been doing this forever. So when you say, which is the best politician? None of them. Not one of them are good. Stephen Harper sold us down the river with Agenda 2030. The depopulation agenda, 2030. 20 divided by 30, 666, right? They love coding their reality and mocking and scoffing you and joking about pancakes tasting like human flesh. It's just humor. No, it's not. That's what the bully in the playground does. They bully you and they make fun of you while they murder you and devour your children. We walk plainly and we say plainly, you are evil. I speak boldly and plainly to my world leaders. You're all in this transgender, blaspheme, teaching children very bad things as young as 4 years old. This is hate speech. It's the truth. These people that are indoctrinating our children have gone full-blown insane teaching these children these things. In Germany, they got masturbation rooms for 4-year-olds. Isn't that nice? In the Netherlands, they're saying, please bomb us. They're now starting to genetically manipulate humans to a whole other level. Soon, a zombie apocalypse. Soon, they'll create something accidentally. Oops. As in the days of Noah, all flesh shall be corrupted if time was not cut short. Listen to the words of the prophets who say these things. The money, as in Rome, will be worthless. The Senate will be so corrupt it'll collapse under its own weight, and the divine hand of the Creator will come upon this world and destroy this evil. And then the great reset will happen. His story, history, his great reset, not their great reset. We see the intent of the enemy to live forever, to own this world, and to take as many of us with them and stay in this prison soul trap, this prison planet. They've profited from pharmakeia, pharmacy. In America, it costs you $8,000 to have a baby. Really? I could go out in the woods with my wife and have a baby for free. Like the birds and the bees and the deer and the elk and the sheep. We have lost our way and we are gaining ground in the insanity. People are finally waking up all over the world, and the governments, as I said in many of my videos, are going to become very dangerous. When the governments realize they can't control the narrative anymore, they're going to pull the pin. They're going to kill the power. They're going to cause their black swan event to take place. You see, war is the best depopulation tool besides famine. The next best one is just total mad, mutual assured destruction. The Samson option, according to Isis Ray L. Last night I had another dream. 2 dreams. I had 2 dreams of a zombie apocalypse. I had 2 dreams of a nuclear holocaust. I've had 2 dreams of the moon going dark, 2 moons in the sky. 2 tsunami dreams. But this, I only had 1 dream of fire everywhere, burning everything. Last night was my 2nd dream of fire. As I explained to my wife, in my dream, I looked everywhere and there was fire everywhere. Everything was on fire. Little mini tornadoes and fire roaring down the hills and trees burning from the inside out. Everything was like it was in a microwave and on fire. Everything was burning. Everything. You know, in the ice core samples, this too had happened before. Massive carbon imprinted in these molecules in the ice. And we see this, and I dreamt this. The finality of having 2 dreams of everything that could go wrong, will go wrong. Destruction. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run. The entire world is owned by Vanguard, BlackRock, and Wayfair, the Zionists, who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. The Khazarian Empire, the ones around the Black Sea that worship the black cube of Saturn, Saturnalia, BlackRock. You see, the language is clear. The iconography is clear. The prophecy is clear. And the evil ones want to bring about their prophecy as well, don't they? They want to depopulate the world, hide under the caves and the dens of the rocks, come out as gods when this depopulation agenda is over. Many are dying from a certain thing that took place. Some are dying from sudden adult death syndrome here in Canada. And then the second cause of death is MAID, medical assisted suicide. If you're sad, we'll kill you. If you're unhappy, we'll kill you. If you got cancer, you little baby, 4 years old, 10 years old, don't matter. But you don't need parents' consent. We'll kill you. We'll just give you a drug and you'll drown in your own body fluids, and it's okay to die. Just like the video for the kids that they show the kids in the hospitals. It's okay to die. It's okay to die. And this is their video showing children suicide videos promoting MAID. So that's the second cause of death in Canada. They're doing it all over the world. Medical assisted suicide. They'll make your life so miserable that you want to die, and then they'll offer it to you. How nice of our governments. The insanity that these people have invoked on the people that are so lost. How could any true Netzraim, how could any true Christian, a true Christian, the one that follow Netzraim, how could anybody with the love of Yahuwah Adonai Elohim in their heart hate any of these people who are so lost that they would want to kill themselves, that they would want to abort their gift from heaven, from the Sha'im, their child in the womb? We are in Satan's little season, most certainly, where everything that is light is called dark, where everything that is dark is called light, where everything that is evil is called good, that everything that is sweet they're calling savory. Woe unto those who say this darkness is light. There is no light in them. It's a medical procedure. It's murder. Oh, we're liberating Iran and now Lebanon. No, it's genocide. It's global genocide and coercion against Nuremberg Law, Section 1 and Section 6. There's no informed consent. It's coercion. Take it or you can't go to work. Take it or you can't fly a plane. Take it or you can't bring your child into daycare. Take it. You get a free hamburger and a free Krispy Kreme donut. And if you don't take it, well, we just turn off your chip. Your digital ID, your digital currency. Cryptocurrency, it's the newest thing. Coming into every government to build back better on the planet. So you have to ask yourself, are we in the end times? If all of these things were prophesied and they're actually happening right before your eyes and you still do not see, then you are blind. I know the ones that follow my channel see, they hear, they comprehend. Stay in prayer. Stay in love. I was out praying, hugging trees. I'm talking to my Father every day. Every day is the Sabbath. Every day I'm saying, Father, thank you that I am awake, not awoke. Father, thank you. Yahuwah, Yahushua HaMashiach, our blessed hope, Emmanuel, the Word made flesh that tabernacles amongst us. He said, it is easier for you to thread the camel through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into the heavens. I'm just surviving here. I'm not rich, but I have a home. I have a car It's a backup car for when my truck breaks down. But I am not rich. But spiritually, I am wealthy. Be poor in this world with this system. If the world hates you, you are blessed. We war against our own flesh. I get attacked daily, hourly. Spiritual attack is very real. And as we get closer to the finish line, just like a race, a marathon, as you're getting tired and you're getting worn out, it says it seeks to wear out the saints in the end times. We're getting close to the finish line and you're getting tired and you're getting exhausted and you finish running the race and you're getting close to that finish line. That's the spiritual warfare kicking in. And you're getting tired and you're losing your breath and you think you can't make it. I tell you, you are chosen from birth. You've been given the Ruach HaKodesh from birth. If you didn't fit into this world, you know you're chosen. And you tell yourself, you go look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I am chosen. I am not like these monsters. I know I'm his child. And I know that he knows I'm going to win this race. It's just going to be excruciating. Every one of these people that watch my channel, you know you're chosen. You were given faith before you looked up into the heavens and said, is Yahweh real? When you understand that you were given faith from birth and that you walked in this world going, that's not cool, that's not right. Why is all these people bullies? Why is this wrong? Why? And now you know why. You're not of this world. You don't fit in. You don't fit in because you're not part of this beast system. You realized a long time ago that something wasn't right, and then COVID hit. And Black Lives Matters. I've been fighting this occult since Black Lives Matters, George Floyd riots. By the way, he was at his own funeral, and he's a crisis actor like everyone else. Timothy McVeigh, crisis actor. These astronauts, crisis actors. They're all Freemasons. They're all Jesuits. They're all World Economic Forum traitors, committing murder, sedition, treason, and genocide on a global scale. That's it. That's all they're doing. They're skin suits running around, wealthy, bought and paid for, coerced, operating in fear, blackmailed. You don't think Justin Trudeau went to Aga Khan's island and Jeffrey Epstein's island and his mother was kind of like a whore? And that they ran around and did their little weird ancestral nonsense? No sense. And here he is boasting that we got to put tampons in the men's washrooms and that his brother died. If he had only stayed home and played Nintendo with the smirk on his face. These people are beyond our comprehension evil. At Davos with Katy Perry, the other astronaut, coming out of Davos talking about their plans for us, and Justin Trudeau was called out by the controlled opposition media, Rebel News in Davos, saying, you know, you broke the Charter of Freedoms by arresting people for peacefully protesting, right? And his answer, like every other politician, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it's not. You broke the law. You hurt and killed people that were in Canada. You're a murderer. You are a murderer. You are operating in lies and deceit. You are of the devil. Period. There's no other explanation why somebody would say it's okay to depopulate the world. There's too many of us. Let's save the planet. That is evil. Promoting genocide is kind of bad. So when you start looking at these politicians, you see the consistency in behavior, an extreme malevolence, the love of pizza, And they all seem to be on Epstein Island list. Or in Aga Khan's black book. Or Jimmy Savile's best buddy, right? Prince Charles, hanging out with a known pedophile, Keir Starmer. You see, they all have got one thing in common: deviancy, malevolence, lying, powerful, operating in fear. They're all opposite of Yahuwah. They're all opposite of Yahushua. It says, fear not the man who could take your life. Fear Elohim, who can take your life and your soul and destroy it. They'll go into Iran. They'll continue murdering and genocide in Iran and Lebanon. And if you notice in the Mossad Israeli army arm patch, it has that whole Western Empire, that Ottoman Empire, is on their flag already. We've got police force in Canada with the Star of Rephaim flag on their uniform already. Chinese police, communist police, with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police saying, well, they're helping us. Really? A communist police force in the government and in the country of Canada? Sounds like treason to me. Oh, we're going to bring in soldiers from other countries. That's treason. Let's, as Americans, sell General Electric to China. And then when we need parts for our aircraft and our destroyers and our weapons of war, we'll ask China, hey, can I have some motors so I could come and shoot you guys with them? They sold the technology to China. They leaked all of the technology to ISIS-Ray Al. They dropped billions of dollars in Iran's back pocket. Thank you, Barack Obama. Barack meaning lightning, Obama or Obama meaning from the heights, and Satan was cast down like a bolt of lightning. The Kenyan president of America, who openly admitted he's not Hawaiian. A homosexual president with Big Mike. They all have something in common, don't they? Treason, genocide, sedition, murder, sexual immorality beyond our comprehension. They all are pushing this cannibalism. They want to normalize their behavior, and there will be those that fall to the left, and there will be those that fall to the right. Barack Obama said this openly. We just have to flood the town square, the media, with as much raw sewage, and they won't know what to believe in anymore. They will lose all of their faith in the institutions, their governments, their medical industry, their institutions, their schools, their universities. And once they lose faith in everything, as Aleister Crowley said, AC, Antichrist, Anderson Cooper, the A-listers say, once they lose faith in everything, then they could bring about the Luciferian world order. What is the Luciferian world order? Do what thou wilt. Do whatever you want. Chaos. Out of order, chaos. Out of order, chaos. Do you get it? An orderly and precision, perfectly timed world that was given to us. And then the fallen angels came. And the biting of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil came. And then the utter destruction of everything living must become dead. Death entered in the world. There is no death in the Sha'ayim. There is no death in heaven. We will not experience these things until we leave this place. But make no mistake about it, this Nephilim, this Elud that walk amongst us are most certainly doing what they came here to do and what they promised to do, which is deceive the nations, deceive their people with pharmakeia, the smoting of the child in the womb, the beautifying of the eyelids, and the making of mirrors and breastplates and swords, the art of war from the Jesuit order. Appear weak when you are strong, appear strong when you are weak. Deceit. Menachem Begin, another Mein Kampf reader from Adolf Hitler. You will see our history, his story, is a complete lie. Their history is a fabricated non-reality to confuse you in which timeline you are in. Trust the plan, you're eating a popcorn. No, you're not. This is not a movie you're watching. Oh, it's fake. They're telling you it's fake. But what they're telling you in the open is that this is a Bolshevik move. We're just trying to figure out which one of you guys are going to revolt. And we're going to take you out, put you in FEMA camps, FEMA trains, FEMA coffins. Look it up. And we're going to take over this world and have a nice Luciferian reality where anybody could do anything. And as Tony Lamb, and in my dreams, the same thing. Hell on earth. In Tony Lamb's visions, when I watched his YouTube channel and he said people were having sex in the street, they were giving up their children for food, they were devouring their own children, everything was scorched, there was no food, there was no money, there was nothing but destruction. Hell on earth. Jacob's trouble. We see that now. We see this behavior. When I had to get off of TikTok, I never was on TikTok, Twitter, because they were showing near porn all the time. Everything was vile. Everything already is poisoned. To live in this world is offensive. At some point, you just look at everything and you go, wow, it just seems like everything is evil. It's because it is. But it's really ramped up lately, hasn't it? Yeah. So there's those bright lights, you guys, that must carry on. You must shine. You must say, good morning. You look beautiful today. Here, Mr. Street Person, here's $10. Just go buy a burger. He told me to give it to you. He loves you. Be the light of the world. That is our only weapon. The more they threaten us with violence, Hamas, the more they threaten us with starvation. Oh, it's going to cost 4 times as much to insure your vehicle now. Just drive without insurance. I drove an entire year in faith. I walk in faith, and it is the hardest thing to learn. To be able to absolutely trust your Father. That's where we got to go. That's the plan. We walk in faith. Why didn't we all group together and buy an island in the South Pacific and just have our own little occult? Because when we are gathered, we are slaughtered. The wheat grow amongst the tares. This, too, was perfect in its planning. You can't travel all over the world and pick one grain of wheat at a time in a field of grain. When the harvest comes, all of the grain will be destroyed. And then the sifting of the wheat from the chaff, the separation from the goats and the sheep, it'll happen all at once. Not harpazo. People say 2 are in the field and 1 is taken. 2 will be lying in bed and 1 will be taken. 2 will be at the millstone and 1 will be taken. 1 will choose and 1 will not. The one will put on incorruptible and the one will not. Everybody's given free will. That's what that means. Taken, to be violently snatched up, harpazo. Enoch was taken and did not see death. Elijah went up in a whirlwind. Yahushua was received unto the clouds, where the two angels said to them, "You men of Galilee, why do you marvel at such things? He shall come back in a like manner." I understand the reasoning by wanting to be raptured. It is resurrection. It is your energy, your ruku your spirit, like the Elud, like the Nephilim, cannot be destroyed, only housed in Sheol. But it says in the book of Enoch, death and Hades, or Tartarus, Tartaria, will be thrown into the lake of the fire with the false prophet and the devil, Halal, and will be utterly destroyed on the day of judgment, the great day of judgment, the end. He set the ending from the beginning. He set the beginning from the end. This was in motion like a new day dawning. The sun goes down and the new day begins. There's great darkness before the light comes upon the earth again for the day to start. We are at the end. We are at the end of this day, going into a new day. But the darkness will be great, very dark. And we are told to comfort one another, help one another, love one another, and be the light of the world. Be hope. Be truth. Be a representation of he that walked amongst us, that we would love them all, depart from their iniquity, call out the evil, say, "You Sadducees and Pharisees, you den of vipers," and tip over their money tables. Disrupt the system with truth. No violence, no anger, no hatred, just truth. So you want to rape children, huh? New World Order. NATO says, hey, it's a sexual orientation. Okay. You could rebrand it all day long. It is vile. It's evil. Nothing's going to change that. But the Talmud says it's okay. The Noahide law and the Talmud, it's the same. Muhammad married an 8-year-old. All these religions and these false doctrines that would promote the hurting of these little ones, it's pretty much normal in most of these cultures, but it is not good. It is bad. It is evil. It's not hate speech. It is truth. It hurts these monsters, these demons who jump up and down and say, hate speech, it's my right. Do what thou wilt. That's what the demons say. Demon month. Pride, P-R-I, demon, T-H. Pride month, demon. It's no more an orientation. Oh, I was born a murderer. It's my right to be a murderer. It's my religion to sacrifice our children to Baal. It's not right. It's evil. You witches and warlocks, you evil, evil people that worship Baal. 800,000 children go missing in America alone. It is better you were never born. To prophesy against these monsters, to speak boldly and say, you hurt these little ones. You go into these libraries and you read them pornography and tempt them with poison. And then you say you could change your sex. You were born in the wrong body. And here you could eat this burger made of human meat. And you, when you have a baby, you could destroy it. And the Baali will give you favor. And Gadriel, the god of luck, G-O-D, will give you favor. We're in a pagan system where we worship Satan Claus and bow before a Ashtaroth pole, Christmas tree. And we dig up Easter eggs dipped in children's blood. And we're in a pagan ritual society and we don't even know it. Come out of her, my people. They say, oh, slavery doesn't exist anymore. We're all slaves in this global system, paying taxes to monsters, these money changers, these Talmudic Zionists who own all of the banks, all of the military industrial complex, all of the big pharmacy, all of the medical industry owned by the same monsters. When you look up and do some research on all the CEOs of all of these companies, big pharma, they all have the star of Rephaim on their forehead. When you look up at all of these Raytheon and all of these Vanguard, BlackRock, and Wayfair monster, huge military industrial complexes, they too have the star of Rephaim on their head. Coincidental, they own all of the fast food chains where in McDonald's, they tell you it's okay to have a certain percentage of human DNA in your meat. Anybody talk about how many cemeteries? Is everybody just cremation these days? I don't see a lot of new cemeteries popping up. Do you? Soylent Green. Did they tell you that in their movies? Did they tell you that in the movie Cloud Atlas? What they do with a fast food restaurant chain? Did they not tell you what they were doing with Taco Bell? When the world wakes up, there will be Hamas. Be not like them that will rip each other apart and destroy one another out of pure anger, fear, and hatred. They will devour their own. They will turn themselves in for favor and then think on all of their reprobate monsters, and they will devour their own. You've got all of these rainbow communities saying, I adopted babies, and then it turns out that they're harming these children. Who would have thought, huh? Where do pedophiles hang out? Playgrounds? Children's nurseries? Daycare centers? Who's in control of these centers? Who works in these facilities? Alberta Teachers Association refused a stack of autographs saying, stop teaching our children this. They refused to accept these autographs of Albertans and Canadians saying, stop teaching our children this pornography. They said, we're not accepting it. Don't you work for us? Oh, you work for Halal, Hisatan, Lucifer, don't you? Because you get paid with Caesar's money. Give unto Caesar what is his. They love and worship Caesar. They use his money. They worship their engraved image of a coin. They're not brave enough to go to a big biker bar and hit on somebody and get their face punched in. They prey on the little ones, the helpless ones. They prey on the single moms who can't afford to eat and feed their children and seduce them into fans, only fans, pornography, whatever it takes to pay the bills, right? Woe unto those who harm the widow and the homeless. But that's what we are at. That's where we're at. This is our society today. A cannibalistic, hedonistic Babylon. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, and there's evidence, archaeological evidence of it. And for those people who don't believe that that happened, it most certainly happened. And it was found. The wrath of Yahuwah will come down on this world for these people and what they do. And there's innocence. The ones that will hear you are the ones that hate you. Therefore, you go to them and you tell them, I love you, sister. I love you, brother. Repent. Come out of her. There's a better way. Trust in him. The long suffering that we are to endure is twofold. One is to watch our loved ones fall to our left and fall to our right. And the other one is to endure to the end, knowing you know what's coming. It's been excruciating, hasn't it? With 46 in the chat and 30 thumbs up, would you not all agree? It's been excruciating to watch the world and what it's doing. I watch it every day and it's so fake. And it's excruciating to watch and watch the comments. Everybody's like, yay, Trump, bad Trump, yay, Trump, bad Trump. And they're still in this checkerboard paradigm of those guys are bad. No, those guys are bad. No, it's conservatives that are bad. And it's the liberals that are good. And no, it's the Democrats. Or no, it's the Republicans. It's all of them. I choose this day my one and only king. I choose this day to realize this is all a matrix. It's all fake. I choose to walk in the spirit, not in the flesh. When India did their lunar landing, it looked like Invaders Space video game. It was so absurdly ridiculous. I thought this is maybe Q PSYOP waking people up and showing them that nobody's ever been to the moon. You could go to the Smithsonian Institute and look at their spacesuits, and there's no little bars on their foots on the bottom of their shoes. There's no footprint. Yet they show you that in the talcum powder base of their lunar landing that Stanley Kubrick videoed, there's lines on their footprints, and that's not the case in Smithsonian Institute. Everything about our reality is a lie, and when you wake up, you say, so what do I believe in? The only thing you can believe in. Spirit of prophecy. When I was given this dream last night, I realized what I seen, everything burning. Everything was burning. I was witnessing this house burning down. I thought, well, how did the flame get inside of the walls? Because the flames were coming from over top of the hill and blowing down the valley. If you've ever watched some of the California wildfires or the Lahaina direct energy weapons episode, that's what I seen in my dream. Everything being consumed by fire. It's a different type of fire. It's microwave. You just heat up something until the molecules become so agitated they combust. I've seen it right here, 10 miles down the road, muskeg. Trees burnt from the inside out when I was evacuated twice for our forest fires. I knew all what was going on. They come up my driveway and then they crept back out. Instead of telling my wife, hey, you better evacuate. They didn't tell her to evacuate. Somebody's here. We can't check out their stuff. They're still on their land. We just broke the law. We just trespassed on his property. The reason our governments aren't trusted anymore is because they were caught money laundering and lying. We're going to take your guns away, Canada, and give them to Ukraine. Because poor Ukraine doesn't have enough guns. America just gave him 300 billion and we gave him 80 billion and everybody else gave him billions of dollars to kill each other. Because Russia bad, Ukrainian good. But if you look at the Ukrainian flag, it's the Hazarian Togma. It's a satanic symbol right on their flag. You look at the Finland flag and it has a swastika on it. Then you realize this is just money laundering. They're taking your money and they're using it for weapons of mass destruction and propaganda. So they buy all your politicians and all your leaders and all of your municipalities into a new world order. Build back better. Yeah, we're going to give you billions of dollars so you could build some slides and some buildings and some playgrounds. And these politicians are gobbling it up, saying, oh, cool. It's good for my people. But what they don't realize is they're in Babylon promoting Caesar. And they're enslaved by the same monsters, killing and devouring their own children. They are greatly deceived. You can't take any of this money with you, but no brain, no pain. They're of this world, so they think, hey, I just got $10 million. Doug Ford in Ottawa, Ontario, there just bought a $32 million plane, 2 threes. And then people freaked out. What are you doing buying a plane with taxpayer money? And then he sold it again. Oops. These people are losers. They are literally so far down the malevolent reality trail. It's amazing they're still walking. How does Bill Gates even exist in this world right now without somebody taking him out? It's very simple. You got 20 bodyguards around you and you tell nobody where you're going and what you're doing. You're hiding all the time. What kind of existence do they have in this world? Do you think any one of these people can walk freely out in the open in the common people? They'd be ripped to shreds. I'll never forget what they did to Mussolini. They dragged him out and ripped him apart, him and his wife, hung him in the streets. They will devour each other. When the rest of the monsters that have no love in them, that have no restraint, no Ruach HaKodesh, no love, no understanding of prophecy, they will turn on their governments. And they want that. So the evil ones want that. And the people who turn around and start killing their own governments, they want that. Because they're like, you traitors. You sold us down the river. And their anger and their malevolence will take them over. Their hatred will consume them. I felt it. I was saved from that malevolence. What saved me was prayer, fasting, and scripture. The minute I got it, I realized, thank you, Father. I could have been one of them. I could have been one of these people chanting in the streets with protest signs. And I realized, oh, that's not going to help, is it? We're not going to vote this out, are we? No. We're not going to win this by debate, are we? No. Yeshua HaMashiach said, don't debate with these fools. Walk away. Prepare ye the way. Take your money out of the bank. You get your check cashed, cash the darn thing, turn it into physical, tangible, tradable commodities. Sell your goods to those who love their stuff and turn it into food, knowledge, books of what to eat, where to go, how to live off grid. Get away from densely populated areas. It's worth just packing up and selling everything and get 50 cents on a dollar and run. Get out of these areas like New York, Los Angeles, Ottawa, Vancouver, Any place in the world where you are living in a densely populated area or on an island, get out of Dodge. Turn your money into food and freedom. I do believe the last bastion of freedom will be in America and Canada, and we will see the worst. We have the most land. The last bastion of freedom is in Canada and America. And America will be destroyed. This will happen. They put it in their dollar bill that New York will get hit with a nuclear bomb and a tsunami. Jonathan Kleck's videos of the dollar bills folded up like a sigil of Baphomet clearly show the bombing of the J. Edgar Hoover building with Timothy McVeigh, the bombing of the Pentagon, the bombing of the Twin Towers. They put it in their dollar bills, and when you fold them up perfectly, there it is for you to see, and it's most certainly going to happen in New York, the Big Apple, and Seattle. Needle Tower. The first person to get this was Elvis Presley, the King in King County, Memphis. Not the first Memphis, of course. I live near Obed, not the first Obed, right? Nothing new under the sun. Yeah. Absolutely. Good comments here. The great falling away, yeah. You're north of Seattle. Blessings. So you know where Jasper National Park and Banff National Park is in Canada? That's the safety zone. If you watch Suspicious Observer and flood maps, you will see there's very little area that is safe from this cataclysmic event coming. Yes. Transformed. Absolutely. RK. Hey, what's up, Todd? God bless you. Thank you, Keith. Blessings to all 61 in the chat. So we've decoded Erica Kirk's husband's death. We've decoded this third attempt of assassination, and all of them are connected to BlackRock and the Zionists, the Mossad. It's just another event. You see the picture of the guy, and it's the emblem of Mossad, Secret Service. So, I mean, come on, he's part of NASA. Just crisis actors, constant theater, distraction. You just stay focused on your relationship with your Father and your Creator. You have a backup plan. We're not lambs to slaughter. Hey, Joe. You saw the Space Needle today? The world is scary. Yeah, come out of her. Absolutely, come out of her. I focus on one thing only when it comes to the enemy's language and gematria and all of this, is I'm watching what the enemy's doing. There is no benefit of being a gematria calculator other than the fact that if you're watching The Illusion or Gematria Effect News 24 or Joseph Aquaviva 2222 or Jurassic Liars, these people are decoding your reality and showing you everything is scripted. If you go to Hornsby Island Mysteries, you'll see that everything in this world is perfectly in geomancy located in this world. Cleopatra's Needle, to the inauguration site of George Washington, to the Georgia Guidestones, where it says we must keep the population under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. And they blew it up on George Bush Senior's birthday. And it's perfectly lined up with Auschwitz front gates, the Vatican, Machu Picchu, Angkor Wat, Easter Island. Then you look at the pyramids and you realize, that's a lot of math. With the speed of light in the measurements, the circumference of the world, supposedly, the location of all these other sites in the pyramids. The Draco system pointing to the Sphinx. Then you start looking at the Pleiades system, the 7 churches, the 7 called out assemblies, and the revelations are the Pleiades systems, are the 7 churches in the unholy Roman Empire. And that the belt of Orion, who shall loosen the belt of Orion out of the book of Job, is the 3 pyramids and the Orion system. And I found all the other ones finally. You have a big Meseroth above you, the time clock, and it's ticking down, and it's ticking down, and every one of these monuments are on the earth, perfectly lined up to the monuments in the heavens. We're not spiraling through space. We are stationary, and the angels that do not hold their positions in the heavens were the ones that fell to earth. In your Paramount Picture logo, on Mount Hermon, on the 33rd parallel. 33 cases of COVID, and 1/3 of heaven fell to earth. That's 33%. Agenda 2030, 20 divided by 30, 2 3s, 33, equals 666. We know, we see, we comprehend, and we don't operate in fear. It's going to be the scariest time in human history, and many people, their hearts shall fail them for fear and trembling. When they start seeing these monsters, this what they call demon face syndrome, or OPEC, or what is it? What's the drug? Ozempic face. You see all your Hollywood delete. Hollywood, wood of holly, spellcaster's wand. You see all these Hollywood Ozempic face people. They don't even look the same anymore. They're starting to look like they are inside, outside. You mean to tell me you're 60 years old and you look like you're 18? And you're not a vampire or a demon? You watch. It's coming. Hit the like button, yeah. We only have 63 and 39 thumbs up, yeah. Wrinkle in Time in the early 60s, yeah. Yes, Oprah, Harpo. Color purple as well, purple, Phoenician. When you mix the red blood with the blue blood, you get the purple blood, the Phoenicians. You ever notice when Donald Trump wears a purple tie? They're arrayed in purple and scarlet and gold and silver. Phoenician, Chaldean, Celtic, Palestine, Philistine, the Danube, Danites, tribe of Dan. In this latest decode, you see this 88 with this assassination attempt. 8, tribe of Dan. The sun leaves an 8 in the sky. The moon leaves an 8 in the sky. They worship the creation, not the creator. There are a bunch of occultists, every single one of them. And they love doing this little hand symbol. You know, I was talking normally the other day and I keep on doing this because I got a nervous twitch. No, you're coding. You're telling people who you are and what you are, mocking and scoffing. They're all worshiping the Star of Rephaim. They say, I am a Jew. To speak that word is saying you are from Judea? You're from Israel, or from Judea? There is no Jew nor Gentile. There is the Elud, the Nephilim, the ones that do not comprehend the light, the Naphalah, the Naphalim, the Naphal, and then there's his children. There's only 2 species on the planet. One is of the light, one is of the dark. There is no Jew, there is no Gentile, there is no Hindu, Hare Krishna, Buddha, Judah. There's only good and evil. And the good fights evil by bringing the light to the darkness. It's very simple. Do not hold your lantern under the table. Pick your lantern up. You are the light of the world. Shine brightly, stand tall, and say, I am my Father's child. I am the child of Elohim. Yahushua said that to you. You are the children of the Most High. They accused him of heresy and wanted to stone him. And he said, does it not say in your scriptures that we are the children of Elohim? What have I said wrong? From why do you accuse me and want to stone me to death? Doing these miracles on the Shabbat? Healing the sick on the Shabbat? You who made man-made laws. Noahide law is coming. They will persecute the Christians, the Netzraim, the ones who know the Nazareth. For the Jews, those who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, they don't believe in the Messiah. They're still waiting for the Messiah. They killed their Messiah, our Messiah, as prophesied. It too was prophesied, the crimson worm that bled the blood red and gave up his life for his offspring. He says, I am the worm. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect when you really look at the word. Yeah. Endure, yes. Yes, RK. Yeah. I too am poisoned constantly because now you're hypersensitive and you're watching everything and you're seeing everything as evil, and then that could diminish your light. But what you do is you take that anger, you take that frustration, you take that temptation, and you let it burn off like you're being refined. Take that anger, that righteous anger, and let it motivate you to be the light of the world. Yeah. Yes. 5275, yes. It's time to wake up and smell the gospel. Yeah, I love that one. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. We're constantly bombarded, right? Yeah. It's time for a haircut already. Yeah. Yeah, I burnt my comic books. I gave up this world. I gave up watching the media. I gave up a lot of stuff, but I'm still watching the enemy's language, and I'm still watching the watchers. I'm watching all of them. Some are deceived, but are still beautiful people. Some are purposefully deceiving. They are malevolent, controlled opposition. Some preachers are doing the very best with the tools they have, but they still won't go down the eschatology trail and open up their eyes and see all of these prophecies have been fulfilled. The time and the season is at hand. Scobie and Darby and these people that wrote these scriptures and defiled and put a jot and a tittle in and a jot and a tittle out, woe unto these people. Whether they did it on purpose or accidentally, we are deceived in thinking the New King James Version is the correct scripture. It is a redacted version of the original. Go get the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Ethiopian texts, the Essenes kept records. Go look at the Apocrypha. It's beautiful. Yeah. Hallelujah. Yes, pray for discernment. I say this in prayer lots. I say, Father, forgive me If I have sinned and offended you, open up my eyes, open up my ears. Let me understand you, your heart and your mind, that I may never offend you again. I'm walking in this world realizing I've offended many people, I've hurt many people, and I never wanted to hurt nobody. And I pray for forgiveness. In my flesh, in my skin suit, in my sin suit, I realize I am weak in the flesh and I am strong in the spirit. And if I could shed this skin suit, this suit right now, I would do it. It's not time yet. Soon the time will come. I'm okay with that. I don't fear death anymore. I'm at peace. I want to take and I want to fight the enemy. And I hear, be still, my son, and know that I am Yahuwah. Be still. And I wait patiently, and I watch, and I speak what's in my heart or what is given to me, and I tell you that dream that I had of everything burning, that's my second dream. I've had 2 tsunami dreams, 2 dreams of the moon going dark, 2 zombie apocalypse dreams, rage monsters killing each other for no reason, absolutely like the movie The Cell. Absolutely just like the movie Kingsman. People turned into rage monsters, just killing each other randomly. 2 nuclear war dreams. They don't haunt me. They're in my mind and have stayed there forever, and I remember every bit of them. I've had 2 rapture dreams. And it wasn't rapture like you would think it was. It was an electronic phasing in and out. It was something very peculiar on my second rapture dream. In my first rapture dream, all I seen is something pass before the sun in a shadow. Like you'd see the shadow on my face right now. And I looked up and I said, what was that? And everybody looked up at the sun. And I went, it's Harpat, so it's happening. It's the end, it's happening. And I put my face on the ground. My face was on the dirt and ground. And I said, oh, holy, oh, holy, oh, holy, this is happening. And everybody's standing there like, dude, what are you doing? And I looked up and it's like, oh my goodness, it is happening. And everybody was like, what is going on here? It's like, it's happening. And all my fear, all of my screw-ups, all of my mistakes, everything that I hated about me, every stupid thing that hung me up went away. I felt so much peace and love. I want everybody to feel that. I looked up a third time and I looked up and I seen his feet in sandals coming down. And I was like, oh, wow, it's actually happening. Alleluia, alleluia. And I woke up. Wasn't disappointed. I knew it was a timestamp. I knew it was a marker, and I just smiled. And I was like, wow. Wow. The love that I felt, it's almost immeasurable, and I can't even explain it. But if everybody looks inside their heart and they say, I don't like this about me, I don't like that about me, there's things about this world I don't like, and I don't like, and I don't like, it all goes away. It all becomes very important that you realize none of this matters. It's but a vapor. It was the most best feeling I could ever explain. Gary Oldman. Oh, I usually get the Tony Stark comments. Yeah. Yeah, slow to speak and slow to wrath, yes. The new improved, Todd, I roll with this. It's all good. I know I have to work to make a living. I know I'm in this beast system, and I know I'm already trying to be manipulated to, you better do this or you're not going to survive. You better do that or you're not going to pay your bills. You're going to do this or I'm going to take your land. You better do that or we're going to kill you. Don't care. Don't operate in fear. I operate completely in faith, and it feels really good. When it's my time to go, it's my time to go. It's all good. But until death, I will scream on the rooftops. I will speak boldly and proudly. There is a creator. He's real. The flood happened. The Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. The Ark and the Covenant was found. Yahushua HaMashiach, the Word made flesh, Yeshua, died on the cross and bled down that cross. The earth opened up, and underneath that cross was his blood that landed on the mercy seat, the Ark and the Covenant, and the last sacrifice was made. And he rose from the tomb. There were many witnesses to that. And then the millennial reign started. And then in 1776-ish, give or take a few years, Satan's little season began. And ever since then, it's been hell on earth, war, plague, pestilence, malevolence, control, common law, maritime admiralty law, Napoleon, the great Civil War, war after war after war. And we witness these things. We see these things. You don't tell me that we're not missing 1,000 years in our history in these coins with a J instead of an I. The way we date and change the dating. The way all these coins are different. The flags. Study the flags of ancient societies. You'll see it in the flags. Look at old world maps. They are not the same. And the islands shall move out of their places, and the mountains shall melt like wax. Oh my. When the world wakes up, there's going to be two encampments. The separation will be complete. There will be those that know exactly where we're in and what we're in and who we are and what we got to do, and then there'll be other ones running around killing each other, trying to survive out of complete fear and panic and anger, rage. They will be beasts in the beast system. They will not be human. They will be humanoid. But in the beast system, they will act like beasts. They will be immoral. They will devour their own. They will be incestuous. They will believe in incest. They will believe in all of these abominations that you only see in beasts in this beast system. They'll sell their grandmother down the river. It'll be all greed and wealth. It'll be just like Sodom and Gomorrah, except worse. And they were breeding the Nephilim back then. They're bringing back the Nephilim. They're bringing back the DNA of these monsters. They're breeding woolly mammoth. They're breeding hybrid pig humans. They're doing it now. They're cloning humans. And when they're born, there is no ruach in them. There is no divine spirit within them. It's just a beast. It's just a sleeve, a skin suit. That's it. So what goes in there? Oh, these people call it these twin-spirited people. Twin-spirited? If your mind be divided, you are evil. Let it be yes or no, but not both. You serve Caesar or you serve your true king. You're going to choose to throw your denarii, to throw your coin onto the ground and trust in your Father, or you're going to hold on to your coin. Can't eat it, but you're going to hold on to your wealth, your house, your cloak, your food, your whatever, to save your life, and you will lose your spiritual life. You will hold on to nothing in this world and lose your life, but gain your spiritual life. The greatest test humanity could ever go through. The narrow road is before you. I'm not a preacher. I'm observing our reality. as it is unfolding with clear, perfect 2020 vision. This is actually happening. You watch these people say peace and security. You're watching them go into Lebanon and into these countries like Palestine, the land of the Canaanites. And they're saying, oh, we bombed a school, and oh, we bombed a school. No, we didn't. Yeah, you did. Oh, well, they were hiding militia in this hospital. We had to bomb it. No, you didn't. No, they're actually committing genocide. And the media is saying, oh, no, they didn't. Nobody's talking about what they're doing to the children and what they've done on this Epstein Island thing. None of the Hollywood elite are saying, oh, isn't this Epstein Island thing horrible? Not one of them. Very consistent behavior of the enemy. It's not genocide. Israel has a right to exist. We got to go kill Lebanon next. And we got to go to Saudi Arabia next. And we got to take Palestine back because it's our land. We're the chosen ones. If you're the chosen ones, why are you committing genocide and murder? Why are you usury of money? Why are you the money changers of today? Sadducees and Pharisees. Synagogue of Satan. The Pope says, oh, most of us humans are good. None of us are good. I'm sorry, Mr. Pope, do you not read the book? In the book, it says none of us are good. And here you, the Pope of the Vatican, Vatica, meaning the underworld, saying most of us are good. It's not what it says in Scripture. It says we're all sinners. Anyone, any man or woman who says to you, I am without sin, is a liar. The true Netzraim will put up their hand and say, I'm a sinner. I'm wretched. I need help. I can't do this without help. I choose a better way, but I can't do it without the word, without a recipe, without the knowledge. I could do this. Good luck with that. You're facing a malevolent, filthy rich, world-dominating principality that is ancient and knows that Bible inside and out. You're going to go up against that 50-year-old, 100-year-old human. Not without the word, not without the knowledge, not without the armor of Yahuwah. Do not go into battle without prayer and understanding. Put on the armor. Stay in prayer. Receive the knowledge, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit within you. You are the temple of God, not Gadriel, Yahuwah. And walk in the light and in the Spirit, and then you will see things spiritual. If you walk in this world thinking, I need a bank account, I need this and I need that, and I need a driver's license, you can't be double-minded. You got to leave this world behind. It's so hard. But when you have the Holy Spirit, when you know the difference between good and evil, it becomes very easy to see what is good and what is evil. Yes. Yeah, that's right, Scott, absolutely. Hey, Susie. Hey, Sean. Sodom and Gomorrah. There were ziggurats. They were defiling themselves with the angels, the fallen angels. There were giants in those days in the earth and on the earth and after the flood. They were genetically mixing with humans in Sodom and Gomorrah, and all forms of bestiality, beyond comprehension, vile behavior was taking place, and that place was destroyed because it was too evil. The flood came because of the same thing. There were thousands of years between Adam and Hanok, seventh from Adam. There were generations in between those years prior to the flood that everything became corrupt. And just like now, it was then, and it was destroyed. And there's evidence of it everywhere. And we are given this evidence and this timeline in twos, Shemitah cycles. And these Shemitah cycles are repetitious. 2 millennia, and now the last 2 millennia. And we're witnessing this rebirth, this resurgence of Satan's little season and all of this evil coming upon the world. And this is going to be the worst, worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Amorah, yes. Hey, Kenley, great to see you. Blessings to you. Yeah. It's always good to see some people I haven't seen in a while in the chat. Death can't hold you. Nothing can stop you when you're in truth. And literally, you are so blessed in your suffering. I pity those people that can't feel this. It's excruciating. Love hurts. Being sentient is painful. Witnessing what's happening in the world and what we're doing to this beautiful planet and what we're doing to each other is hideous. But we are told to endure. And I'm here to tell you, stay strong. Stay in the Word. Don't give up. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give up. You just keep on fighting. Keep on being the light of the world. Keep on shining. Keep on saying good morning. And when you meet these evil things, just look at them and say, I rebuke you. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, I rebuke you. In the name of the great I am, I rebuke you. I cast you out. I'll have nothing to do with you. Be gone from me, demon. They hate you. They hated him before they hated you. We were told these things. And every bit of this is coming to pass. And I've often wondered, are the Zionists following the New Testament in mocking and scoffing of Yeshua HaMashiach? I mean, let's face it, the New Testament is a collection of letters and teachings and literal observations of Yeshua. That's what they do, though. They mock and scoff you. Oh, did Elohim Adonai Elohim really say you shall die if you eat of this tree? You shall surely not die. You should be like gods. And you shall have the knowledge of good and evil. But they surely did die. But they put on flesh to die. And we are about to do as in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Go back into the kingdom and take off this skin suit. It's a finality of this infinity, of watching the end of all things and then going back into the heavenly realms and saying, wow, that was kind of a shit show. That was kind of hell. That was painful. But now you're in the heavenly realm. Now you've passed the test. Now you know the knowledge of good and evil. And you are given free choice. And you are a created being. And you get to be in the presence of holiness and appreciate, unlike Hisatan or Halal, Lucifer, you can actually appreciate evil and know it and say, I'll never rebel because I seen what it did to the creation. It destroyed everything. It consumed everything. It's the gray matter theory. Evil consumed the entire earth, all of its inhabitants, all of the creatures suffered from this darkness. It was a plague, a parasite that devoured its hosts, plural, everything. That's what this is. You have a symbiotic relationship, or you have a symbiote, or you have a parasite that will devour you until death. Our world is dying. Our oceans are filled with microplastics. Our climate is out of control because of their weather modification, their direct energy weapons, and you could do all the Mountain Dew decodes you want. Maui Wowie Mountain Dew came out, and then all of a sudden, Maui got hit with a direct energy weapon, Dew. I mean, you could decode that all day long. They have controlled the weather for quite some time, and they have direct energy weapons and microwave technology and crowd dispersement that is literally being used against humanity to build back better. Biggest land grab in the Appalachians, lithium mines, Scotch Creek, Canada, Lytton, Canada, here in Edson, Jasper. I went to Jasper. I did videos on it. Go look at my archives. They destroyed that place. All of the firemen, I drove by them every week, were told to stand down in hotel rooms and hang out while they let that place burn. And right next to the restaurant I worked at, there was flowers blooming. Very precious, tiny little green leaves, still green. And my friend's house burnt down. The trees 20 feet away were scorched with flames of a tiny little cabin. And you tell me all Jasper burnt and these buildings weren't, the flowers weren't even burnt? And the flower boxes 4 feet away from the building? It's direct energy weapons. It's weapons of mass destruction, and they'll blame, Mother Nature did it. It was a tsunami. Maui. Yeah, that was a natural occurrence. No, it wasn't. Our governments have been infiltrated by the Zionist, devil-worshipping principalities in high places to bring about the end times, to destroy everything known to man that is good, including farming. Farming, bad. Too much carbon in the air. Carbon dioxide, very bad. When asked, how much carbon dioxide is bad? Well, we don't know. So what's with killing all the farmers? I don't know about you, but plants love carbon dioxide and they happen to produce oxygen. So you want to deforest the planet, though. None of their science makes sense. None of it. Trust the science. You're mad Frankenstein. There's that Stein, Finkelstein, all these Steins of the world. Frankenstein science. I tell you this, if they're genetically modifying Captain America, a super soldier, a genetically modified super soldier, and that's in your comics, by the way, you don't think they've been doing this for quite some time? Genetically modifying their perfect super soldier, their, what do they call them? Remote viewers, psychic spies. Well, looking into a necromancing bowl or into a crystal ball or tarot cards is evil. We're told not to do that. But here's your FBI, CIA, and your military doing remote viewing, burning everything, and using this weapon called direct energy weapons. And it says in the end times, what does it say? It says, they shall deceive the nations, even to bring fire from the heavens. Well, that's kind of in mocking and scoffing of the priests of Baal or Baal. So it goes to the priests of Baal and says, okay, get your sacrifice going. Okay, call down your god Baal, light up your fire. And they prayed and they prayed and they fasted and prayed and nothing. And he says, okay, you want to see my Adonai Elohim Douse water on it. More water, more water. And he says, Father, light up that altar. And he did. The true Adonai Elohim. And he said, well, your God must be asleep. He's not answering. And now in mocking and scoffing, they got these direct energy weapons on these balloons, satellites, balloons, and on ships and planes, that they just hit this stuff with so much intensity that it just auto ignites and they burnt everything. And this summer, it's going to be no different. They are going to burn this place to a crisp. And that's the incentive. Why I'm doing this video right now is my dream. I seen this place burn. All of it. Tons of burning going on. Everything's going to get scorched. They're going to burn back better, build back better. They're going to destroy everything. How else are they going to get you to live in these 15-minute cities and FEMA camps? They want everybody in 15-minute cities with CCTV cameras everywhere and digital ID and digital currency. This is just right out of the movie Logan's Run. Predictive programming. It blows your mind when you start looking at our reality and realizing it's all been played out before. Ooh, Matt Groening predicted Donald Trump. Matt Groening is a Freemason Jesuit. It's all theater. It's all distraction while they destroy you and devour your children. That's what evil does. And it's time to wake up and come out of Babylon and break the spell, the Hollywood, wood of holly, the spellcaster's wand. Break the spell. Snap out of it. Wake up and go, where have I been for 10 years? I've been watching movies and sitcoms. What's been going on? Oh, they've been devouring us and enslaving us and putting us in a digital prison. And soon, the Matrix, literally. They've indoctrinated your children to want to kill each other and each other. I mean, literally, themselves. And I go, what happened? I trusted my doctors. I trusted my teachers to take care of my children. And you're telling me they're teaching my children what? I let my children in the hands of pedophiles. I trusted these pedophiles with my kids for money. I have failed as a parent. You're going to have to wake up and renounce all of this and step out of Babylon. Start working with like-minded people. Reach out to farmers like me and others that have land that are willing to survive. Homeschooling, yes, absolutely. I drink kombucha instead of soft drinks because it's good for your stomach. It's fermented green tea or black tea. We should be drinking fermented products, fermented dill pickles, fermented beets, fermentation, good for your stomach. What we're fed is poison. Everything we look has got all this poison in it. It's not food anymore. To step out of Babylon, we're going to have to go back to basics. We're going to go back to looking out for one another, taking care of each other's children, sharing our food, making our own linen, going back to wool and no plastics, going back to bare feet in the soil and grounding out. We've lost our way. And it's getting bad. And those people that pee in a toilet, there's an air trap in that toilet. You're not even grounding out when you take a pee. You go outside and pee on the ground in bare feet and you ground out. All the electricity drains from you. And you walk in Mother Nature and touch your bare feet on the grass. Everything is against us in this end times. Everything. Our media, our schools, our food, our currency. Current. AC/DC. AC, Antichrist, DC, direct current. When you see direct current is this. Ya, the Vav, the sixth letter of the alphabet, the connection to the highest of highs. Study Paleo-Hebrew. When we have cooking over the fire, we love smoked foods. Why? Because we've been cooking over a fire for millennia. It's flavorful, it's tasty. Now you've got this stuff cooked in Teflon, plastic, poison. You've got these plastic flippers in your Teflon frying pan, poison. You've got your canned goods with citric acid, poison. You've got all of this food corporations all owned by the Zionists. If you look at the map of who owns all of the food corporations, whether it's Kraft, Tyson Foods, Kellogg's, KFC, it's all owned by the same people, and they're not eating what you're eating. It's so embedded in everything that you have to get out of Babylon. Have a bug out plan. Get to the mountains. Yeah. Plastic lines or cans good. Our canned goods used to last forever. I do our own canning. We do our own canning. You could can your own food. You gotta get with other people and start prepping. I don't think we have much time left. I tell you right now, Dairy Queen isn't ice cream anymore. Those ice cream bars, they put in an oven and they don't even melt. They left them out in the open, and some of this ice cream product, the ants, the bees, the bugs won't even eat it. The dogs won't even eat it. Yeah. Well, there'd be yogurt, frozen yogurt, because fermented kind of curdled cream is yogurt, right? Canning is very easy to do. You put it in a jar, you put in some salt, you put in some water. It starts fermenting, it's beautiful. Yeah. Jars, canning is the really way to go. Yeah. There's a ton of information about canning and food preservation, drying. I would encourage everybody to look at pemmican. Pemmican is just fruit leather, and jerky mixed together in lard, fat. Food preservation is going to be how to survive this. Living off the land is going to be how you need to do these things. We got to go back to basics. And I'm not saying this to save your life so that you would lose your life, but we're not lambs to slaughter. Famine is coming. Famine is going to be their weapon. They're going to make food so bloody expensive. They're going to turn these Walmarts into distribution centers, and you will own nothing and be happy. And you will do what you're told, or you won't get your chip, and you won't get your welfare check, and you won't get your money, and you won't get to eat and participate in their society. Here's an example of my pureed peppers, my hot sauce. And what we do is we write love on it, because if you understand that Yeser Moto Iwater experiments, when you write love on it, the word love goes into your food. And that experiment that was done, it's very real. They wrote the word Hitler on a jar, and when you take the water out and freeze the molecule, it becomes this glob. When you write love or peace or harmony or joy, that water molecule, when frozen, turned out to be a beautiful sacred geometry snowflake. Words, what comes out of your mouth defiles the body. words written on paper, words written in a Pyrex dish. Water holds memory. Fresh farm eggs. Having a couple chickens in the backyard and harvesting eggs. It's not hard. Pray over your food. Yes, yes, pray over your food. Understand these things. We're not lambs to slaughter. We're not supposed to worry. Look at this one. This is my cowboy candy. My wife does some beautiful stuff. Jalapeno peppers right out of the garden with garlic and a sirop or syrup. Oh, and they're delicious. Yeah, they banned collecting water in California. They're trying to ban collecting water. They killed those ostriches in the Canadian British Columbia ostrich farms because they were breeding COVID in their ostrich farms, and they went in there and slaughtered all of those ostriches inhumanely, I might add. The government just went in there and slaughtered all those animals. They're going to make it very difficult. And we're not like that. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Canada is screwed. If we don't stand up soon, most of the people in America and Canada left communist regimes and tyrannical governments to come to the last two bastions of freedom, America and Canada. And everybody knows what's coming. And when the government says, oh, we're going to take away your guns, it's because your amendments in your Constitution and in your Charter of Freedom says you have the right to have guns to defend yourself. They outlawed having bulletproof vests in Canada. It's not even a weapon. Interesting. And they want to take our guns away because guns bad. People kill people, not guns. If you outlaw guns, only outlaws will have guns. Seems to me our government and the communist takeover of Canada and America is in full swing. But it won't happen in America or Canada because the Canadian and American people are a well-armed, well-educated, spiritually filled, chosen people to witness these things and to say no. We have to be the light of the world and inspire people to stand up and say no. No to pedophilia. No to NATO. No to World Economic Forum. No to digital ID. No to same-sex marriage. You could do whatever you want in the bedroom, but don't think for a moment that it is acceptable behavior to teach it to a 4-year-old child. No. Yeah, drug dealers get their guns, yeah. Yeah, in Canada too, they tried jailing somebody and he said, no, you break into a house, you plan to get shot, you're going to get shot. It's just the way it is. Do the crime, do the time, right? No, they tried this in Canada, and the Premier of Alberta said, listen, if you don't want to get shot breaking into someone's house, don't break in. In the cities, in the woke cities of Canada, just like in New York and in Los Angeles, these people are so woke with their brainwashing. It's like they're told to give all their land and their property and everything away and hope that the person breaking into your house at 3 a.m. ain't going to kill you. That's not going to happen. People are like, no, if you come into my land at 3 a.m, it says in the first, in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. That's premeditated murder. You are allowed to defend yourself and your family. It's absurd to think otherwise. They come creeping and wanting to kill you and take your stuff. You're allowed to defend yourself. This great deception of the meek shall inherit the earth. The word meek is the ones in control of their mind shall inherit the earth. In control of their emotions, in control of their faculties shall inherit the earth. The ones that have logical brain function, not these, I saw it on CNN and it says that we could choose our sex. insanity. It's gender dysphoria. It's hideous. These poor people, they are literally demonizing freedom fighters who say stop giving children hormone blockers and sex changes as young as 11 and 10 years old. They're not old enough to even get their ears pierced and buy a case of beer yet or a driver's license, and you're telling me they're smart enough and old enough to change their sex, permanently harm their bodies? Where's the common sense in that? That our medical pharmacia, the whole world shall be deceived by pharmacia. Where is our doctors saying this is mutilation? No, it's gender dysphoria. But they're all in on it, right? Because they love their money. So they're told to take this and wear this because if not, I get fired and I love my money. So I'm just going to shut up and do what my Caesar, our government, tells us to do. Because they're scared, cowards, meek. There is no meekness in them. There is no logic in them. They say, well, wait a minute here. Mine doesn't work unless you get yours. Well, wait a minute. How does that work? Mine doesn't work unless you get yours and put yours on. Well, how does that work? None of their lies will stand up in the wind, in the ruach. The wind will blow this house of cards down. Sudden adult death syndrome in Alberta. It's called myocarditis, Bell's palsy, children having strokes. So they have this massive media campaign saying, it's normal for children to have strokes, No, it's not. Autism, it's normal. No, it's not. It's injury caused by a lot of stuff you shouldn't be putting into a sacred temple. But here's the parents saying, oh, my 4-month-old transgender child. What? Are you insane? Your 4-month-old child is transgender? But here we are. Here we are. Sweet is sour, sour is savory. Dark is light, and light is dark. As prophesied, we are witnessing this insanity take over the planet. The woke culture will destroy itself. And these people that can't even change their spare tire, these people that can't even choose what sex they are going to fall to the wayside as cannon fodder because they will not comprehend the light. They will fall to the wayside and they will be put in McDonald's burgers and ground up and fed to the next generation because this generation that stands firmly and says, no, thank you, McDonald's. No, thank you, Walmart. No, thank you, Costco. No, thank you, Amazon, Amazon. You big conglomerates pushing your poison and your edicts and your doctrines. Take your money and rot in hell, for the fury of my Father is upon you. And it's not me judging you. I'm not worthy to judge you, but Yahuwah Adonai Elohim will judge you. And mene tenkel phrasen, you have been weighed and measured and found wanting. These systems will collapse. It happens every time. This is the last time. It's happening right now. The great awakening, the apocalypse, the unveiling is right before you, and you're witnessing everything that was prophesied thousands of years ago happening right now. If guns kill people, then I could take this lighter and I could stab you in the eye and I could kill you. We're going to start outlawing lighters now? A rock? A stick? A stone? It's absurd. They want to take the guns away to depopulate the planet. There's too many guns. When the bombing of Pearl Harbor took place, the Japanese admiral was asked, why didn't you attack the mainland? He said, because behind every blade of grass there is a gun. You will never take America. You will never take Canada. Too many guns. So that's why they want your guns. Duh. But here you have these people with their protest sign, Trump bad, Elon Musk bad, Mark Carney's good, he's going to save us from Trump. And then you got the Americans saying, Trump's going to save us from the Zionists. And then you got the Zionist Christians saying, pray for Israel. Those who curse Israel shall be cursed. Those who pray for Israel shall be praised. It's like Israel was Jacob. Jacob was Israel, the people. You don't pray for a country. You don't pray for a land. You don't pray for a government. You pray for the people of Jacob, his bloodline, that they would repent. And the two sticks, Jacob, Judea, and Israel, Israel, that the two sticks would become one. The two tribes split off, the two sticks become one again. There is no Jew and there is no Gentile. There is only the brothers and sisters of Adonai Elohim and the blood and sisters of the Nephal, the Elud, the Nephilim. We become united. We stop fighting against each other. There's no black and white and Chinese. There's just the human race, the humane peoples of Yahuwah. And then there's the other guys. There's no love in them. These lawyers and doctors that say, you better take it, you better wear it, you better do it, because if not, you're coming on. You can't even get a transplant in Canada without getting this? I don't want this. Well, we're not going to give you a transplant then. Why? Because you won't get this. Yeah, but it's poison. People are dying all over the world from it. No, you got to trust the science. Our doctors turned on us. Our politicians turned on us. Our policemen turned on us. They did. The policeman saying, sit down, shut up, give me your driver's license, registration, or I'll shoot you. I'm not operating under maritime admiralty law. This vehicle is not a vehicle, it's a motorized horse, and I'm traveling from one point to another freely, and I don't need a license to operate this machine, and I don't need a driver's license. I'm not operating in commerce. I'm not operating under a jurisdiction of business. This is my private vehicle, and those are the laws. But these policemen are telling you, no, you need a driver's license, you need insurance, and you need registration. You need a marriage license, you need a hunting license. And people are waking up and saying, wait a minute here, wait a minute. Who made you ruler of this land, Prince Charles? A known affiliate of Mr. Pedophile Jimmy Savile, best buddies with a known pedophile? And your children are visiting Epstein Island? And you go on hunting parties in Black Forest? Hunting our children for sport? I think not. I think I will look down upon this so-called King of England and say, what a pathetic child rapist, pedophile, and call him openly what he is. And Keir Starmer, a victim of Jimmy Savile, is now the Prime Minister of England? Poor pedophile. And there's Justin Trudeau hugging and kissing Francis Macron, who had slept with his teacher, who was a guy. And there's Justin Trudeau, who was a teacher sleeping with his student, who's hugging and kissing Francis Macron. And now Francis Macron is hugging and kissing Keir Starmer? How interesting that these are all very malevolent, deviant, homosexual, bisexual, trisexual, whatever, deviant people. Pretty consistent though, right? And you go, how many of these she's or he's and how many of the he's or she's? It seems like pretty much all of them are kind of like that, aren't they? You got Alistair Crowley, Anderson Cooper, Antichrist, Anderson Cooper of Vanderbilt, and his brother, Kathy Griffith, his twin brother pretending to be a girl. Joe Rogan too? Really? I'm sure that guy's a dude. Are you? You see, when the man becomes a woman and the woman becomes a man, it is an opposite of the creation. It is an opposite of what he had intended. And that's what the evil do all day long. Exact opposite of our Creator. And you go, wow, I got to go down some of these rabbit holes. You don't have to. I encourage you not to. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to recruit them. Hey, Eli. That's our puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Angus. Yeah. Even the Queen covered it up. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. It's just, we can't get much more deceived. Everything's deception. So when it's in its finality, the crime is done. You have to let the shoplifter leave the store and commit the crime and then arrest him. This crime against humanity has to be committed in its entirety, and the deception completely fulfilled by Scripture, by law. Our Creator is a creator of law. And this law has been broken, and every law has been broken. And now we're at the ending. We're literally in the last moments of this insane world, this one world government. And these monsters, they're not going to stop. It's humanity that's going to stand up and destroy them. And then you're going to see this. So be blessed. Prepare.
Eli.
Yes, Angus, absolutely.
Stop.
Yeah. Iron Man. I get that a lot. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I just wanted to share that dream with you, and I wish you guys all the best. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to get out in the wilderness, go chainsaw some trees, and go enjoy Mother Nature. So like and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. May you all be blessed this day. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Mr. Mikey, take care. Thanks, RK.
Eli.
I love that. Blessed. Okay, everybody, take care.